So, Rescue Ace versus Purrely. So, this is a really, really easy or really, really hard matchup. It depends on the Purrely player's skill and if they know the win conditions or not. So, Happiness OTKs and the Field Spell are the two really difficult things about this matchup. So, he has Ash, which stuns me, Book of Eclipses, and then, I mean, from here I'm terrified because I already know Happiness OTK is going to be very, very big. So, I start off by saying, okay, let me get my fire attacker out. Maybe that can get me some draws. Maybe that can do something small for me, but it's just not enough. And I don't know. I never know how much I need to, how low a monster has to be to die from happiness. So I wasn't sure if I die here, but I was like, cool, I'll just play it out and see what happens. But you're going to see he's going to attack me a huge amount of times and leave me on a ridiculously low amount of life points, which really limits what I can do the next turn. So, and this is the other thing about happiness as well, because with happiness, one of two things is going to happen. He's either going to kill you or he's going to end on a fat noir, because the big noir is going to completely wreck your crap because it's got like 3 bounces and you just can't do anything about it. So yeah, he attacks me a bunch of times. I think I end up on like 63 life points or 600 life points or something stupid like that, which is just terrible. Yeah, another attack. I think that's the 3rd attack he's about to drop right now. So yeah, he attacks with the beauty to do damage again, and then he's going to go into noir. So here I'm like, okay, well, his continuous is off the field. Might as well drop Nib here because it does at least get some cards off the board, let me do a little bit. But unfortunately, that noir is just unlikely for me to out, and drop top deck and prosperity is also not ideal, especially when I already have field swap, because it basically turns one. You can't use both on the same turn, which is quite sad. So yeah, I'm going to go into HQ. I'm going to norm summon Impulse to try and threaten the effect, declare, or any bounces, bring out Hydrant. I think bringing out Hydrant firstly was not great, but unfortunately it's kind of the only thing I could have brought out. If I went straight from Turbulence here, it's just getting bounced anyway. So I bring out Hydrant, he sends that back, then I normal summon Airlifter, I go for Rescue. Now here I'm thinking no matter what I target, he'll stop, and which is why I went for Fire Engine, but he didn't actually stop my card, which ends up hurting a lot as well. Because he lets Fire Engine out and then I just die. And then the other mistake I made is that I summoned Fire Engine in attack position instead of defense position. That was another really big misplay. So yeah, he bounces Heater back, I attack into his card. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All he has to do is change his token to attack position next turn and I lose. So yeah, he goes to me, and then game 2. So look, I'm hoping that I can just set full pass and get away with it. Now he does have hand traps, but I do manage to play through it because I have the lovely call by combo, which is always great to see. So he draws me, but it doesn't matter in this situation. I've got Turbulence already. Some Turbulence, Moonlit, chain call by, and then he's just gonna scoop because yeah, he hasn't got the hand to easily play through. I think he might have been able to, but I don't think it would have been as straightforward. And so he just ends up scooping this. So we go to the next game. Then in game 3, I'm really scared again because it's like, okay, Purrely has a habit of doing this thing where they'll side in these annoying floodgates game 3. So you get the vanity screen, you get the summon limits, which is annoying. But I have a new card which I've been playing a lot, Retaliating Sea. Retaliating Sea I think is really good against Purrely, and it's really good against Chimera. It's Frush and Runic to extent as well. So a lot of the hard matchups for this deck, this card does kind of stun and slow them down, so I'm very happy about that. Now unfortunately he doesn't open super well, and so he has to just set and pass. Now he does have Ash, but I'm still able to get some cards on the board, so I go into Hydrant. Now funnily enough, I get rewarded here because I was going to Link Rebo and then summon Preventer, which would have hurt a lot from his summon limit, but for some reason, I can't remember why, I just summoned the Preventer straight away. I might have just been choosing to play it safe. But I summon Preventer, he goes in summon limit, and I'm actually really happy here because I'm like, okay, he hasn't got any cards on board. For him to out my board, there's no way he's doing that in only 2 summons, especially because I have Veiler and Retaliating Sea. And so, yeah, he draws Nib. That's not amazing. I'm going to chain Retaliating Sea. Now, he does Moonlit chill my Retaliating Sea, which, sure, that's fine. But it ends up not really mattering because when he adds his Purrely to hand, it literally doesn't matter. He adds his Purrely card to hand, he's going to normal summon it, but then he can't summon again. And so it's just going to be a case of, okay, we're going to play it slow. Your monsters are smaller than mine, and so I just get to beat over your monsters. His mill is not great again. He can't attack into Hydrant, and so he ends up just scooping there. And so yeah, guys, that is Rescue Ace versus Purrely.